So today we're going to be looking at the basics of handstand, all the basic fundamental principles that go into a handstand and how to get started with your practice. Basically a handstand, in case you didn't know, is standing on your hands. Before I get into any of this, there is no right or wrong way to do a handstand. It just purely depends on what you're trying to achieve. There's many different schools of thought on this, from yoga, gymnastics, circus, etc. How do we get started? Well, let's look at the basic ideas of a handstand. What is balance? Balance is when your center of mass is over your point of contact with the floor. That is achieved easiest when you can stack your joints in a straight line. Hand under shoulder, shoulder under hip, hip under foot. Ideally, we want our hands at shoulder width and we want to push hard and tall. Before we start handstanding, there is some physical prerequisites. None of them are absolutes. There's degrees to this. We just want a general ability to do all of these. So first of all, we have wrist extension. We have shoulder flexion. We want a basic level of strength, not exactly a physical prerequisite, but we also want a certain level of commitment. And by commitment, I mean a lack of fear, or a better way of putting it. I'm going to show you 3 basic drills here, and depending on your level, one's going to be more appropriate than the other, but in these 3, you will find something that will get you started in your practice. The most important things in all 3 of these drills is to keep your shoulders forward over your hands. There's often a tendency for the shoulders to drop behind the hands. Many reasons for this. The second thing is to push as hard as possible. And lastly is to breathe out. Holding your body weight overhead, especially if you're new to it, can be pretty scary, and there's that tendency to hold the breath. Try to breathe out. Find which one of these drills is most appropriate to you. Get yourself upside down, spend some time in your hands. Happy handstanding. Drill number 1, this is kind of very entry level. If you're not very strong on the upper body, this one's probably going to be the most appropriate for you. We're going to get ourselves into a pike shape with our feet on a box. Again, we want to make sure shoulders are over hands and hips are over shoulders. Push harder. Second drill, we're going to kick our back up to the wall. Again, shoulders forward, push hard, push tall. And finally, drill number 3, a little bit more intimidating, is chest to wall. We're going to back our body right up against the wall flush and try and achieve as straight a line as possible. So all of the points I've talked about here briefly, I will be going more in depth on in later videos. So anything you want to see, ask a question down below and click all that good stuff, like and subscribe, etc. Thanks guys, let's get moving.